Hello everybody and welcome back. Hope your day has been going well. I hope everybody's had their...
This is goodbye, my dear, but I am satisfied. I choose to lie with Cohryn of my own will, not the remains of one chosen form, and I will bear a child who will inherit your warmth too. What greater blessing could there be but to be born a deathbed companion? This is good, but I choose to lie, and I will bear who will inherit. What greater
Okay, Okay, yeah. Well, welcome everybody to Elden Ring. We just spoke to Fia. She is now asleep. I do kind of know what's coming up. So everybody say goodbye to those 22,000 runes. Unless I'm very lucky. Oh well. C'est la vie. I've only seen a bulleted list of what's coming up, so I haven't seen it. That's not touching. You're just kind of doing what my dog does every day. Okay, so damage isn't terrible. Getting to him is the hard part. Oh wow, that skybox! Whoa! So I don't lock on for big bestial characters. And that kind of killed me there. Damage is good. So I don't lock on for big beasties. But that did kill me there, not locking on and not seeing that it was about to drop some fire on me. I need to remember to jump. Lich Dragon! That was very close. We're in his title now. Let's do this. Hold on a second. I'm gonna change my... Yeah, he's basically like a giant dog. I'm gonna change something in my physics. Put on Spike Crab Deer. This is what my dog does every day. Oh, hey, Delirious. How's it going? We've come really close to killing it. Wow. Not even close there. This guy's fun. Pretty good. So, is the dragon the child she's birthing? She said she was going to birth a rune, but... That's so cool. God, that's so cool. Come on. Got it. That keep away. That keep away. That skybox, though. Alright, first of all. Hey, Faded, how's it going? First of all. Hey, Maeglin. Oh, that was super close. I was at 0 heals. Hey, Jake. Yeah, like, knowing it was going to go up into the air and be, invisible to me if I was unlocked, like, I had to, like, relock to figure out where he was so I can avoid that fire. Alright, so... Remembrance. Remembrance of Lich Dragon Fortisax, hewn into the air tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. After Godwyn the Golden became the Prince of Death, the ancient dragon fought long and hard against the death within its companion. A last victory was never achieved, and its only reward was corruption, which is why it had that death touch attack. So it was very Madeir. Very Madeir. So are we talking about the death within Fia or the death within Godwyn? Like, I first thought it was the death within Fia because you have to touch Fia to get into it, and she's the, quote, companion, but it could be Godwyn. Therefore, are all the shard bearers attached to a dragon? Because there's a fair few dragons. Okay, within Godwyn. And she has birthed. And her death has birthed a rune. As she said. What does it mean to fight the death within something? That is a good question. Because death is a transformation. And there's a lot of hermeticism in this game. Alright, runes. Let me think for a second on what I'm actually looking at. Mending Rune of the Death Prince. And it is a whole rune, using half the rune from Ronnie's body and half the rune that Fia had. And yeah, death is a transformation, dead is a state. Sort of like, water can't be wet because water is water. Wet is a state, water's just water. Rune gestated by Fia, the deathbed companion. So her death birthed it. So she wanted us to enter her dream and destroy the dragon. That if that's what I'm reading is correct. Used to restore the fractured Elden ring when brandished by the Elden Lord, formed of the two Hallowbrand hef wheels combined, it will embed the principle of life within death into the order. So you're doing it in reverse when you mend the Elden Ring. You're bringing life into death, where death was in the living Death Prince. The Golden Order was created by confining destined death. Thus, in all caps, thus the new order will be one of death restored. A classic, the real sin is fighting change, yeah. She's so small next to him.
Prince of Death, take a good long look. See the wrath of the Golden Order, the Order's justice writ in blood. This is what's become of your precious witch. Naught but expired meat and bone. This is a proper death, O Prince. Look at this rotten whore. No more children can be got from this useless flesh. Behold, your mother is dead. This is revenge, you witch, and you ghoul. This is the wrath of D.
You all right there? Hi.
Hello. The rotten witch is dead. The Golden Order unsullied. Now I can look my brother Darian in the eye. Honeyed rays of gold, deliver my spirit.
Albert's never okay.
Darian, now I have no regrets. Honeyed rays of gold, deliver my spirit. Darian, now I have no regrets. Honeyed rays of gold, deliver my spirit.
This is the third time something very similar is said. The first couple of times is there is a Ghost and Godric say very similar things when they die. We're going back home. I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it offhand. We're going back home in a world bathed in gold. His armor and the knife that killed his brother is a twinned set of gold and silver.
Darian, honored.
All right. Yeah, I figured he was going to kill himself. I didn't want to do it for him. He's going to kill himself. Inseparable sword, twinned helm, twinned armor, twinned gauntlets, twin greaves. Now, I wonder if the descriptions changed now that both brothers have worn the armor. Let us go investigate. First of all, let's read Fia's hood. Hood of black cloth that covers the whole head, worn by Fia, the deathbed companion, on her journey after being exiled from her home. Oh, that's a missed opportunity. They didn't change the description. Very metamycete, Faded. Very metamycete. Yeah, that's the same. Let me see if anything else has changed. Yep. The armor doesn't have any changes. Robe of black cloth that covers the entire body, worn by Fia, the deathbed companion, on her journey after being exiled from her home. The fabric itself is soft as silk and thin enough that those embraced can feel every pulse, every bit of her warmth. Yeah, the chosen undead returning to the air tree just, like, gives me some nutty, like, metamycete in Resident Evil 8 vibes. I don't know if I'm the only one, but yeah. Yeah, so that's something I'm tilting my head at. Wasn't she already dead once we defeated the dragon? And she birthed the rune? Or did she just birth the rune, or was she just still alive? Also, the D's suggest that this is not the only child she's birthed of a dead guy. Oh, there is one new thing, and it was his sword. That's something we haven't had yet, so let me see if anything there is new. Inseparable sword. Sword forged by compounding silver and gold. Sacred weapon to hunt those who live in death. Deals holy damage. The inseparable twins found solace in the Golden Order, the only institution not to revile them as accursed beings. Yeah, the twinned armor suggests they're conjoined twins, but, like, you find his twin in a sort of gibbering state out in, like, Nokron before the the gargoyles. Maybe her soul was dead? That's possible. Like, the lore suggests they're conjoined, but, like, you find the other one out in Nokron. Yeah, spiritually conjoined via the soul. Which would make sense because when you find the other D in Nokron, he's just like, yeah. Possibly a two bodies, one soul thing. Plus, it suggests that the other D was hunting her and he like couldn't get past the gargoyles. So that's fun. Let us use these runes before we lose them. I wonder if Verdan's is better than Godric's. HP, FP, stamina, but all attributes. That's true. She kind of, she was, quote, returning the dagger to its rightful place, unquote. That place just happened to be the other D's heart. Let me fix this. And let's go back to Volcano Mannor. And Yara Greyjoy. Let's... There was a key item we did not read yesterday, so let us find it. It was a letter? Letter. Or was it? There's Rajir's letter, Celia's letter. There we go. A written request from Volcano Mannor disclosing the name of a tarnished to be hunted, old Knight Istvan. He can be found in Limgrave. Find the red mark on your map to find the exact location.
Did you read the letter left for you? That is the task the Volcano Mannor desires you enact. You will be compensated once the deed is done. Good luck. If you are loath to hunt your own kin, so be it. But you must leave this house at once. This is a war against the Erd Tree. We have no place for the meek, nor the luxury of keeping clean hands.
Is this quest worth doing, or should I just kind of ignore it and explore the rest of Volcano Mannor? Destined Death. Well, that's a lot of bloodstains. Inquisitor Giza. Sometimes My sword is pretty neat, actually. Giza's wheel. Welcome to Pizza Cutter Mark II. Great iron wheel lined with flesh-flaying blades. Device of torture used by Inquisitor Giza. As the wheel spins, it causes severe pain and blood loss. The design was adopted for use as the iconic weapon wielded by Iron Virgins. Yeah, I haven't really even touched the capital. There was the outskirts I wanted to check out, the battlefield, before actually really entering. Some Pizza Cutter Mark II. Well, okay, okay, I'm gonna put my controller down for a second. Those Who Live in Death seems like a new way of talking about something From Software has, like, talked about a lot since, like, at least Kingsfield 4. This comes up again in the Dark Souls series, with regard to what death is, in a way. In Kingsfield 4, the Ancient Ones worshipped the dark, quote-unquote, which is really just death, because it's peaceful. And in Kingsfield 4, this goes sideways because they gave too much power to death, and then death became consumptive. In Dark Souls 1, we have the Painted World of Ariamis, which is essentially death, also peace, death, and cold is all kind of the same thing with its master and warden, Priscilla. The painted worlds themselves in Dark Souls, along with Ariamis, is kind of a death state too. But even death has to go through changes, at least in Dark Souls. So, like, the painting was rotted and they had that, like, the burning, because you have to burn things to let something else grow in its place, even when it's death. Because death is transformative rather than just an end, it seems, in the Dark Souls series. I'm kind of spitballing. But how this relates to those, quote, those who live in death is like, okay, they're not alive, but they are existing within the confines of death, which is just a new state for them. They have gone through the transformation of death, the change of death, especially when you look at the tarot. And remember, this game does a lot with astrology, horoscopes, and hermeticism, but this bit is more astrology and horoscopes than anything. You've got the tarot and the death arcana, which is mostly just change. The death of something and the beginning of something else. Given the hermeticism present in this game, I think those who live in death are advocating for change rather than just chaos. That seems the Volcano Mannor is doing. Not different from those who live in death. Yeah, well, the Tarnished are supposedly dead too, right? That's in the prologue. And, like, in the prologue, we get a little bit of grace that brings us back. Likely tree. So that's what I'm thinking. Could be wrong. Yeah, the function is similar to the Ashen Ones. Function is pretty... like, it lampshades the fact that you die and you come back. Like, we've already died, and death is just temporary for us. So that kind of lampshades that mechanic. Unlike with Sekiro, where it's kind of like, well, you die and you come back, but it's only like twice, but they kind of lampshade that by like not talking about the fact that you die more than twice. Alright, so yeah. They've definitely lost their way. Again, everything around Volcano Mannor is all about the madness, and we haven't really come across much of the Three Fingers other than one spell that I have, incantation rather, which is down here. Just to remind ourselves, incantation originating from the maddening Three Fingers causes the yellow flame of frenzy to burst forth from the caster's eyes. Charging increases the range of the burst. The flame of frenzy deals damage and causes buildup of madness. This incantation also causes buildup of madness in the caster and is only affected against tarnished. So we haven't really met the Three Fingers, but a lot of madness is going on around Mount Gelmir. So there's a dungeon around there that we haven't done. Probably do that later. Does not open from this side. And again, with the whole madness, that giant right over there does madness damage. Frenzy. Alright. So this is where Istvan is supposed to go down. We're going to ignore that for now. We never dealt with this side of the outskirts. So let's go over that way, I guess. Yeah, there's a gargoyle up here. Yeah, we have to learn more about the Three Fingers. We haven't really come across them. Like I said, I've only got one spell of theirs that points to anything, so... Oh, Valiant Gargoyle. I did actually. I avoided it, so I didn't actually kill it, but... Gargoyle's great axe to go along with all the other items. Bronze great axe wielded by valiant gargoyle. Just like the wielder, the missing parts have been mended with corpse wax. A patchwork of champions. So I guess, that's pretty gruesome. That must smell. Smells like Wheaties. Anyway. I forget there's weather in this game. That's what I've heard, that there is some random stuff about the fingers. Oh, how adorable. I love how the slugs keep showing up in From Software games. Yeah, so for the last bunch of parts on YouTube, yeah, dropped a grave violet. And so this is the battlefield. This is in the story trailer. I didn't see the story trailer until today, actually. I just didn't watch it. So, I actually saw the story trailer today, where this is all happening. This is some arrow, by the way. These are some arrows. Yeah, like, From Software hasn't had an attract mode since Demon Souls, so, like... Well, that's not right, because Verdict Day comes after Demon Souls. Yeah, they haven't had, like, an attract mode since, like, Verdict Day. Like, none of the Dark Souls games have it. And DS3 only has the intro when you hit new game. There's no attract mode like Demon Souls or Verdict Day. So yeah, this is all in the story trailer. Which actually isn't, I guess, in the game. And we definitely don't see what fires these things. So attract modes back in the olden times, especially for arcade games, like when you had like cabinets and you still have cabinets going around, it's called attract mode because it's a running video that tries to grab your attention so that you can put coins into the arcade games, right? On early console games, it's just, you know, something to get you hyped. Like a video that plays if you let it sit too long. Demon Souls has the attract mode of, like, the Fall of Boletaria, And Verdict Day is just kind of like, you know, hey, look, this is cool mech stuff, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So it's like a video that plays before you hit start on a game. Designed to get, quote, your attention. From Software used to use the attract mode as sort of where they stuck the video prologues, on top of the fact that they would put like a written prologue in the manuals, particularly the Japanese manuals. But there would be an attract mode, which is essentially just the prologue video. I mean, it's cryptic because it's from Software, but it was still a prologue video before you even hit start on the game as the attract mode. Again, point to Demon Souls and it being the fall of Boletaria. Well, let's take a look around. We have some items hanging around, so let's go pick them up. Just mushrooms. Hashtag disappointment. So all of this stuff has been here since the shattering. No one's come to pick anything up. Doesn't it, though? Mushrooms. See, I, never walk on the road, which is, probably one of the reasons why I've missed a bunch of things. Time for introspection. Yeah, that's true. Friend, what are you looking at? Yeah, they don't look pleased to see me. Well, they had the ability, just not human ability. There was lots of trolls like what I just defeated on probably both sides. Plus, there are giants in this game. I can't even say that trolls were probably healthier back then, because They looked exactly the same in the story trailer. What are you guys carrying? What? Where are you? What? Are you? Well, now I want what you were hiding. Hmm. Hmm. So, Fated, would that be why their entire, like, solar plexus is hollowed out because of what, like, the fire giant looks like? Because he has a whole face in there? Alright. Oh, there we go. Hi, Morgott. Oh, you're not actually here, are you? Viridian Amber Medallion. So this guy was being used to project. Yeah. It's nice of him to have brought the medallion. Ooh. Margot, get good. The medallion with Viridian Amber inlaid greatly boosts maximum stamina. The Eritree's sap becomes amber, treasured as the most precious of jewels in the age of Godfrey the First Elden Lord. A primordial life energy resides inside. I don't have the +0, which makes me a little sad. Morgoth is hanging out the Spencer's gifts in Limgrave. Oh hey, it's nighttime. Bats are in the air. We'll have to put that talisman on because I don't really need my incantations at the moment. Oh, I was doing a little bit of research on Newman, because that's one of those concepts. Mimic tier has no chill, and my mimic tier also has no intelligence. Takes after me, I guess. Head empty, sword go burr. Alright, let's see what's up at the front door. I have not faced any of the exclusive night bosses. I was talking about that on the Don't Give Up Skeletons Discord today. We were talking about the night bosses. Yeah, I haven't probably faced any of them. Oh yes, so Newman, the divine will, it's a Roman bit of thought from like the Roman era. Essentially it's like mana, but it's also sort of like kami. Everything, a person could be a Newman, or like an item could be a Newman, a force of the god, of the divine will.
You, please, I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers. The fingers I served once prophesied. A tarnished would one day become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. Surely you see it too.
No.
The gold that enshrouds the heavens. The great tree which begets the pillars of light.
That we did see.
Tarnished. Hasten to the foot of the tree. And whatever you might face, the fingers will surely guide you.
Right. So, like, Augustus Caesar is considered a Newman because eventually he was deified. There was another emperor who was deified and thought of as a Newman, as an instrument of the divine will. Scarab. It's gonna disappear before I get up there. Well, it tracks too because it does say, it does posit that like Marika is a vessel. At her barest place, she's a vessel. A vessel of the divine will? Sure. But I need some more thought about it. I was reading the Wikipedia on it earlier. Why were you guys praying to an ash of war? Alright, well. Not here. I mean, I've already entered the capital, but I just wanted to know what the front door is. If they had a doorknob, you couldn't dramatically open the door, so... This game really is gorgeous. You know where we need to go? We need to go up here. First of all. I need to go kill that air tree. Well, we discovered yesterday, the day before, it's in the video from, oh, there's a stake of Marika. So, we discovered, I think it's in the video that released today. Yeah, the video released today. We discovered that all the minor air trees are actually giving off pillars of light. But you can only see that from the moon altar. That whole plateau. Turns out that all of the pillars are air trees. think it was today's video. Because we finished Ronnie's quest, and I was messing around on the Moonlight Plateau when I noticed that the nearest air tree was giving off the pillar. And then I went and compared the map with the pillar, the next one, and that turns out to be another air tree. Also, so the minor air trees are giving off pillars of light that you only see in a couple places.
Is someone there? A customer? Well, how long has it been?
Wow, you have to come all the way up here to get the prophet's robe. Robe of exiled prophets who foretold misfortune and were persecuted and driven from their homes as a result. Totally normal. The mushroom on my head says I have got wealth and taste. The shackles around the neck warn passerby not to lend an ear to their sermons. Ooh, a new torch. Torch given to protectors of the air tree, its flames are bestowed with a special incantation which allows the bearer to see assassins cloaked in veils. Furnished on behalf of the air tree and the grace-given Lord, such that a night of black knives will never come again. This is the first time we've seen the, quote, grace-given Lord. Anyway, I'm picking that up because that sounds really useful. That sounds really useful. Consort's trousers. Maybe. I'd have to check. That was like 60 some odd years ago. Embroidered bright green robe worn by noble children. Donning such a robe was traditional. The child's first show of burgeoning independence, and what the scout is wearing in Volcano Mannor. So she's a child? Lots of arrows. Lots and lots of arrows. Due to their excessive size, these shields were seen at times as the hallmark of little lordlings who were too timid to earn a few nicks and scratches. Excessive passivity. Below the royal capital of Lindell is a vast network of sewers. Yes, that makes sense. The well in the city below reaches deep into its tunnels. Let's keep on keeping on. With how fast the shadows move, sometimes I feel like there's an enemy above me, and I always have to like look up just to make sure. Hey, snails. Okay. What's that sound? Oh, him. Well, since you've got friends, I guess I'll bring out some friends too. These guys have that same shackle that we have from the other, but their robes are completely black. Looks like they also killed the Air Tree Avatar also, because the tears are right here. Crimson Crystal Tear and Twiggy. Twiggy Crack Tear. A crystal tear forms slowly over the ages, where the air tree's bounty falls to the ground, can be mixed in the flask of wondrous physic. Resulting concoction prevents one's runes from being lost upon death. However, the effect only lasts for a short time. Crimson Crystal Tear. It's a... It's a repeat, but the art is completely different, so I'm... Huh. So you can put them together and make a full heal. Two halves, yeah. So if you put them together, it's a full heal. I'm just grabbing these golden sunflowers. Okay. Looks like this branch is closed. Pretty much it's time to boogie. Because while I can fight one of these giants, I don't want to fight both of them. Or all three of them? Eh. Time to feed some Roa. Tomodachi souls. So, there's our field boss. I almost had him. He's also parryable. I did see Ongbo play him today, actually. Collect my runes. What a wicked design. Damn it. Just what a absolutely wicked design. Damn it. I'm gonna parry him. Damn it. I will, though. I'm gonna parry it. At least once. Imagine the story between a man and his fire-breathing horse. Damn it. I had partials. Alright. Let's actually back to actually fighting it. Damn it. I figured I had him down, so pulled out the old mimic. Right, they were weapons. Weapons said to have been witted from the claw of a great ancient dragon wielded by grotesque tree sentinels who yet serve the air tree. The claw is enwreathed with lightning and tears through the dragon's feeble descendants with ease. Tears? Tears! Yeah, trolls are descended from the giants. Yeah. And the shield. Great shield said to have been witted from the claw of a great ancient dragon, wielded by grotesque tree sentinels, who yet serve the air tree. I think I started talking about this the other day, but do you guys know your Drakengard? In Drakengard, at least in Drakengard 3, you need a weapon from a dragon to kill the other intoners. That's it. That's all. I need 3,500. So the tree sentinels are also working for the air tree. Air tree avatars are protecting the minor air trees. So this is where Fia dropped us off. She backdoored us into the capital without having to fight the tree sentinel. Yeah, this is where she dropped us off, right here. So if you don't want to fight the tree sentinel, but you would rather fight all of the bosses that you need to do for Fia's quest, you can backdoor yourself into the capital. And like I mentioned yesterday, this is the first time that the air tree seems tangible. I mean, it is still pretty far away. This is definitely the final boss area. Like Kingsfield 3, where for the most of the game you are looking at where the final boss is the whole time in the skybox, you are looking at the final boss area the whole time in the skybox. Wait, you can jump down here? That's what I thought. Oh. And here is the grace that we essentially ended at yesterday. So we spent an hour and 45 minutes. Basically trying to explore what we missed. What an amazing title card. Just look at it. Just look at this title card. Look at the roofs, just of gold. I met Cohryn on the bridge on Atlas Plateau. And then I met Goldmask, and then I didn't go back to Cohryn. Should I head back to Cohryn? Alright. Let's head back to Cohryn. Like, the capital I hear is huge. Which is why I'm not super gung-ho about going in right now. This is going to be this weekend for the most part. So I know I keep doing these Shadow Tower Abyss, like, comparisons, but this looks like what the Shadow Tower in Abyss would look like if it grew the right side up. It's freaking huge. Alright. Brother Cohryn, last time we saw him was... There's Goldmask. And drop that there. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Go to the Air Tree Gazing Hill or something. So... people who might have been reading Hermeticism a bit more lately than me, I know there is a thing with transmogrification and, like, the Philosopher's Stone. Hey, Brain Immensis, how's it going? Brain, turtleneck. Hi. Don't care. Good, good. Where did I put Brother Cohryn? Oh, he's...
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation? Do you sport with me? From your description, it can be no other than the Goldmask himself. Of course, I knew he would be close by. Bless the Golden Order and its benevolent rays. And to you too, my sincerest thanks.
Side note, the sun is never your friend in a FromSoft game. The sun is never your friend. Oh, I want to say that final boss name, but I don't want to say it yet, just in case people are following along with me. I do know what the final boss is. I say the sun is never your friend in a FromSoft game because it really isn't. Besides Gwyn and, you know, the royalty of sunlight, Echo Knight, the sun is linked to basically Satan, who's trying to give you the red tearstone ring in a knife. Like, the sun's never your friend. It's all about the moon with FromSoft games.
May the Golden Order shine through you.
Alright. Yeah. I have a lot of ideas for videos of... Yeah, From has always been like... The moon is better than the sun. Sun crew represent. Alright, Goldmask is over at the windmills. So let's go over there. See if Brother Cohryn goes over to Goldmask. Hey, Papa. My dog is here, so, it might almost be time to go. Let me drop a beacon just to keep myself in check. Yeah, Loki's here. He had a, he had a thing today. Loki, what's the matter? What? I'm right here. He had a thing today. He was at the vet for like 4 hours or so. Apparently, he's a very sweet dog to the vet. He's a very sweet dog to me, but he's also very needy. So, his very favorite place is in my arms. Isn't that right, Loki, huh? Okay, give me a few minutes, okay? Let's see what the monkey paw has wrought today.
We meet yet again. Thanks to you, I have become acquainted with the noble Goldmask himself, and taken my place by his side, as you can see. Have no fear. I will still teach you incantations as before, though we must do so quietly, such that we not disturb the great master's cogitation. The master is always deep in contemplation, while I frantically attempt to record his wisdom, the movement of his finger. And though I am yet to comprehend even the daintiest morsel of his wisdom, I know that this is my life's calling. The Golden Order has bestowed me, talentless as I am, the great duty of documentarian.
Now, recall, and this is probably really lucky that we found the merchant that sells his starter gear, because his starter gear states that, yes, he's a prophet, but no one believed him? Yeah, the blind guy who sees flame. Yeah, no one believes him, and thus they put shackles on him so that he's wearing basically a scarlet letter saying, don't pay attention to this guy. He's a bit not well. And that's what his starter armor tells us. He's going to record the movements of his finger. Magic, obviously. This is new. A FromSoft tradition. People talk about Moonlight Greatsword being in everything, and that's true. But this spell is in every gosh darn FromSoft game. Every single one. In fact, it got me through Eternal Ring. Yeah. In Dark Souls and in this game, it is a light spell. In most other games, it's a wind spell. Most other games, it's Wind Cutter. In the Souls games, it is a Disc of Light that does exactly the same thing. One of the incantations of the Golden Order fundamentalists produces a ring of light and fires it forwards. The ring of light returns to position close to the caster before disappearing. This incantation can be cast repeatedly. A gift from the young Miquella to his father, Radagon. Well, you know what? If you're listening really closely, and yes, the music's a bit loud, but I can hear it in my one earphone, that ear headpiece that works. If you listen real close, you can hear Goldmask, like, mutter. There's, like, weird kind of mutterings coming from his end. It might not be Goldmask, but it feels like everything else might be too far away. In any case,
shine through you.
aren't they too far to be picked up? But also recall that it's a language of light. Remember, it's a language of, like, light. Per... what's it called? Where is it? Where is it? Well, there's this that says the same thing. But it's a weapon? Right here. The language of light spoken by the two fingers. And we can write in that language, and that's what our summon signs are, but... Again, the question remains how, because Scribe Cohryn has his eyes covered. Gosh, we are starting to get quite a bit of lore. A lot of things are starting to coalesce together, I think. We just have to start sorting it out. I have a lot of kind of ideas of what I want to do with, like, lore videos, if I'm going to be doing lore videos. It'll take a bit of, like, research some of the backstory. Like, I want to actually sit and reread, like, hermetic books and some stuff. If anyone has any suggestions, feel free to drop a line. I've been talking a lot about, like, some things that I've been noticing, like the aforementioned wormwood that Brain Immensis brought back up. So, I probably still have like 40 hours left in this game, so it'll be after I somehow finish this game. So there we go. In any case, that's like 2 hours. My dog wants cuddles, so I will obey the little Elden Lord. Thank you guys very much for joining me. The capital will be this weekend. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.